Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see you again. Thank you for all of the beautiful comments you left on yesterday's video in which we made a rather lavish St. Patrick's Day dinner. The dinner was a huge success, and last night I was reading your comments and I was really touched. Thank you so much. Now, in truth, today I'm a little bit tired and it is raining outside, so I think we are going to take it easy and just tackle some of the little jobs that need tackling. And the first thing I want to do is prepare breakfast. So if you missed that St. Patrick's Day video, we can link it in the description below. That dinner did not involve corned beef and cabbage, but I am having cabbage for breakfast. Think cabbage and ham and eggs. I love this cabbage shredding device. It shreds the cabbage. Well, it doesn't actually shred the cabbage. It turns the cabbage into very thin ribbons. And when you cook those ribbons, they become very creamy. And I have some uncured ham here. Just want to cut this into, do I want ham steaks or ham cubes? I think I'll do cubes. To the stovetop. Cabbage. Cabbage is just one of those vegetables that always makes me feel good. Salt. Pepper. Ham. And eggs. I made quite a mess in this kitchen when we did the St. Patrick's Day dinner. So one of the jobs I need to tackle today is to clean my stovetop, clean my counters, and clean my cabinet fronts. Easy jobs, but worthwhile jobs. Lisette has arrived. I completely forgot to put cheddar cheese on this dish while it was still in the skillet, but the cabbage and the ham are very hot, so I think the cheese will melt. Yes, it is melting. For you, Lisette. Delicious and, at least for us, healthy. Lisette does not want coffee. I do. We're going to finish our breakfast, and then we can get cracking on another job. Breakfast was delicious. I've cleaned my breakfast dishes, and now I want to clean my kitchen. My stovetop, my drawer fronts, my cabinet fronts, all got pretty messed up when I made that St. Patrick's Day dinner. I'm just using an all-purpose cleaner here. I always start at the top and then work my way down. Tackling small jobs is how I manage to stay productive even on days when I'm not feeling particularly energetic. Just now, I'm cleaning the cabinet fronts with a microfiber cloth and a good quality all-purpose cleaner. I'm giving special love to the areas around the cabinet knobs. These areas tend to get grimy first because they are touched so frequently. Cabinets are clean. Now we can work on the counters. Gas burners usually have a fair amount of grease burned onto them. I have found that the easiest way to clean off the burnt-on grease is with Barkeeper's Friend and a damp Scrub Daddy. A toothbrush can be useful here too. The Scrub Daddy is a great little device, and you can clean it in the dishwasher. I also use Barkeeper's Friend and a Scrub Daddy to scour my stainless steel sink. Cleaning the sink is a daily job for me. I use common glass cleaner on the fronts of my microwave and conventional ovens. For the greasy interior glass on my conventional ovens, I use a degreaser called Simple Green. I let the product sit for a minute, and then I use a safety razor to remove any burnt-on streaks of grease. I can link my full oven cleaning tutorial in the description below if you are interested. Mission accomplished. Now we can return Mr. Potato Head and his friends to their rightful positions on the countertops. I was going to go over to the home gym to have a workout, but honestly, I think this kitchen cleaning project was an adequate workout. So next, I need to practice piano. For me, practicing piano is a great way to keep the mind stimulated. And if you are interested in pianos, please stay tuned. In the next video, you and I will shop for a large Steinway grand at a piano shop in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. I can't wait. Well, for waking up and feeling rather unmotivated this morning, I seem to be accomplishing a lot. And I did say we were going to tackle several little jobs. Let me show you one. I received a shipment of seeds, my second shipment, from Johnny's. So I have pelleted celery seeds and eucalyptus and lysianthus. I don't think I'm going to plant the lysianthus today, but I will do the eucalyptus and the celery. Well, there's another seed in here too. What is this? Brassica? I don't even remember what this is. Oh, Brussels sprouts. First, we need to go over to the grow room. Since we are in the grow room, I want to show you the African violet leaf that I stuck into damp vermiculite about 8 weeks ago. The small green leaves that you can see at the base of the mother leaf are baby African violets. I'm a proud daddy. The regal and zonal pelargoniums are happily blooming now under lights. You and I propagated these plants together last autumn. And just look at the onions that you and I planted from seeds. They are huge now and ready to be hardened off. Also under lights are the snapdragons, parsley, lavender, and bells of Ireland that you and I started from seeds. I planted a year's worth of celery last summer and blanched it and froze it, and it's so convenient to have on hand. So I want to plant another year's supply today. I always start my seeds in a mixture of compost and vermiculite. Vermiculite is a volcanic product that holds many times its weight in water. So it makes the potting mix or even the garden bed water-wise. Now, before I make a mess here, I should really label my tray. I don't have any more of the individual tags, so I'm going to use this white masking tape. Besides the celery and eucalyptus seeds, I will also plant larkspur, Brussels sprouts, and basil today. We are approximately 8 weeks away from our last spring frost date, so this is a good time to be planting these seeds. This is the same celery that I planted last year. It's called Conquistador, and man, it was really productive. And you can cut the celery and it will just continue to grow. Oh, I need to put soil in here first. I made just enough seed starting mix. So these are pelleted seeds. Pelleted seeds are teeny, tiny, dust-like seeds that have been coated with a clay coating, so you can see the individual seeds. Onto the eucalyptus. Oh. These are really tiny seeds. I've never planted eucalyptus before, so this will be a learning experience. So the eucalyptus will be for my cutting garden. Having a cutting garden for the first time ever. Now we're on to the basil. This is Basil Genovese, and the seeds are tiny. Larkspur, also for my cutting garden. And Brussels sprouts. We need to cover all of these seeds with a light layer of vermiculite. Now, earlier I mentioned that vermiculite holds many times its weight in water. It also prevents algae from forming on the top of the soil. Vermiculite is a gardener's friend. Now you saw how huge those onion seedlings were. Today the temperature is in the upper 40s, so I am going to start hardening off those onion seedlings. I did a Google search and it turns out that onion seedlings can handle frost. In fact, they can handle temperatures down to 25 degrees Fahrenheit. So we will bring those out to the herb garden for maybe an hour or two today. Hardening off refers to plants that have been started indoors, and before you move them to the open garden, you want to condition them so they are ready for a career in the great outdoors. So you set them outside for maybe an hour or two each day, and then you leave them out for progressively long periods as it comes closer to time to plant in the open garden. So as not to dislodge the placement of these seeds, I'm going to first spray them with water, and then when we return to the grow room, I will water the cells from the bottom. Let's bring these seeds into the grow room. Now we can head up to the kitchen garden. If the soil has thawed, we can plant sweet peas there. Sweet peas are vining plants that produce an abundance of fragrant flowers. They are cool season annuals and among the first that we can direct sow as soon as the ground is workable. Also in the kitchen garden is the garlic that you and I planted together back in October. The green tops are growing enthusiastically now, even though our nights are still below freezing. Nitrifying the shredded leaves on top of the herb garden beds is another tiny project we can tackle today. I'm using an inexpensive aquarium nitrifier to add nitrogen to the dried leaves, which are all carbon. The mixture will encourage the leaves to compost in a matter of weeks instead of months. I learned about this nitrifier from M.I. Gardner's YouTube channel. I am so happy to have those sweet pea seeds planted outdoors. I hope they do well this year. They did very well last year. They are super fragrant and they are absolutely stunning in flower arrangements. So I'm going to clean up here, and then I'm going to look for something that we can have for afternoon tea. A tea time treat is something I enjoy every day. And today I'm having some of the sweet cream cake that you and I made together maybe 2 weeks ago. And I've kept it frozen. And it is still perfectly delicious. So this cake was from, I think, a 1949 recipe. I just need to microwave it briefly to thaw it. And while the cake is thawing in the microwave, we can warm the teapot. And to do that, you simply add boiling water, swirl it around, and when the teapot feels very warm or even hot to the touch, then you can pour the water off. I think this Earl Grey tea that I buy at Tierra Farm will go very well with the sweet cream cake. I'm actually going out to dinner tonight, so I don't want to overdo tea time. And I'm also feeling very tired after all of the little jobs we accomplished today, but I think this single piece of cake will revive me, the cake and the tea. Well, it feels great to finally be able to sit down. I have not had Earl Grey tea in quite a while, but this tea from Tierra Farm is the most fragrant I have ever encountered. Well, I really needed this little afternoon tea break. For a gloomy day like today, when we had no real plans, we certainly did a lot. I mean, we accomplished a lot of small jobs that added up to one big win. We do a lot of cooking and gardening and home decor videos on this channel. So if you have not yet subscribed, I hope you will do so. And please be sure to tap the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. And in the next video, we have something wonderful to share with you, so I hope you will watch. And until then, please take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now, friends.